Paralives look interesting from the very beginning. First of all, there are preteens, and it's honestly adorable. And they actually look different from just teens, like really different. Then I noticed something else. You can change their height. Wait, what? I don't think I've ever seen that in a life simulator before. For a moment I thought everyone only had one outfit for their entire life, and I was ready to complain about it. Turns out I was wrong. There are different outfit categories after all. Formal, sports, sleepwear. I just couldn't find them at first. Maybe that's a me problem, or maybe that's an interface problem. Probably both. Then I decided to test the building mod, and honestly, it works. It's surprisingly comfortable once you get used to it. But I still got a slight headache, which is normal for me. Building always does that. I can see the room in my head, I know exactly what I want, and then I spend 10 minutes looking for a specific object that doesn't exist. To be fair, the game is still in early access, but still. I built an entire house from scratch just to see how the tools feel, and I actually enjoy it. The thing that surprised me the most was character progression. I created two completely different people. One became a smart programmer, the other was basically a sad girl who's just good at nothing. And somehow that felt realistic. The programmer reached level 6 in no time. Meanwhile, she barely reached level 2. She's slower, she struggles more, and I actually like that. Not everyone is a perfect achiever, not everyone becomes successful immediately. I also really like the story progression system. The game keeps offering little directions based on what your character is already doing. If a flirt goes well, the game quietly suggests, hey, maybe there's something here. And I love that. It feels less like random objectives and more like the game helping you develop a story you already started. The emotion related tasks work surprisingly well too. Most of them actually match the character's personality, so it feels less random than I expected. But then we get to my biggest problem, the silence. I desperately missed music. The game feels so quiet, sometimes uncomfortably quiet. I kept walking around thinking, where is the soundtrack? Maybe it's because there are no loading screens. Maybe it's because I'm used to other life simulators constantly throwing music at me. But something feels missing. And it's not just the music. The town feels quiet too. Too quiet. I don't really see groups of people hanging out. I don't see much activity. People talk sometimes. They walk around. But the world doesn't feel alive yet. It feels like it's waiting for something, like it's holding its breath. Maybe this will change later in development. I generally hope so, because right now this is probably the biggest thing stopping me from getting fully immersed. The social interactions also feel pretty limited. I kept looking for more options, more actions, more ways to interact, and then I realized there really wasn't much beyond talking. Hopefully, that's another thing that grows over time. There are bugs too. Of course, there are. It's early access. Honestly, bugs don't bother me much. Every game has bugs. But one thing that absolutely made me laugh. My house caught fire, the firefighters arrived, and then they basically did nothing. Guys, you had one job. There were also moments that I genuinely enjoyed. The requests from other residents, the little objectives around town. They help fill the empty spaces. They give you reasons to leave the house and explore. And surprisingly, I wasn't bored doing them. Not even once. By the end of my play session, I wasn't thinking about the bugs or the interface. I was thinking about potential because Paralives already has some really interesting ideas. The character progression, the personality-based objectives, the building tools, the freedom. I can see what they're trying to build. Right now, the world feels a little too quiet for me, a little too empty. But I also feel like this game could become something really special. And honestly, I want to come back in a year and see what changed. Also, my sad girl somehow ended up sitting on the couch with the biggest smile I've seen all game. Absolute girl boss behavior. I still have no idea what she's so happy about.